Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button, subscribe to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, on my channel, I've told you many times that you don't need a lot of these gimmicks, right? Live an active lifestyle, make smart nutritional choices. That's the key, right? Be consistent. That's the key, guys, to being healthy and being fit, right? Remember, it's not important what you look like, it's about how you feel. And I've told you guys in the past, I've done videos on this Frank Thomas, this Doug Flutie, Nugenix, Total T stuff. Please, fellas, don't listen to these guys, man. They're trying to make it seem as if you're not a real man, and the reason why you have lack of energy is because you need this Nugenix Total T. That's not the reason why you have lack of energy, guys, why you have lack of drive and things like that. The reason why you have lack of drive and lack of energy is because you've been lazy. You've been lazy for however long now in your life, right? You've been living that sedentary lifestyle, and now you're all jacked up. You got no energy, you got no drive, things like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's the reason why you have it. You've been eating terribly, consistently, right? You haven't been eating good. And you haven't been moving around and doing anything. So what happens, guys, when you don't use your body and stuff, right? You don't use it, you lose it. And that's what happens. You lose your energy, right? You lose that little something. You guys know what I'm talking about. You don't need Frank Thomas, Total T, Nugenix nonsense, these pills. People are always trying to get you to take some pills. They're always trying to get you to buy something. I've told you about this stuff, guys. That's all they're trying to do out here, is trying to sell you something. You don't need this stuff. You do not need it. Listen, if you've been to a doctor and a doctor says, listen, you have low testosterone levels or abnormal for whatever the reasons are, maybe it's a genetic thing you have going on, an actual doctor, your medical doctor tells you that and puts you on something, he's prescribed some kind of, testosterone therapy or whatever it is, some replacement therapy, then that's whatever, guys. That's between you and your doctor. Do not listen to Frank Thomas telling you that you're not a man. I hate the way that they end those commercials. When he says, oh yeah, the ladies will like it too, or they'll thank you for it. Some nonsense, man. That's what I'm saying. They're attacking your manhood, guys. They're trying to make it seem like that's the reason why you have lack of energy, that once you hit a certain age, you need to take these pills. You don't need that, guys. You do not need that. I'm telling you, if you start getting back to being active, if you never were active, if you try to get active, you start eating better. I'm telling you, you'll have the energy, because that's where the energy comes from, guys. People think that if they're exercising, that they'll be tired from exercising, right? They won't have energy. Oh, I'm always, being active, or if I'm always moving around and doing stuff, won't I be tired? No, it's actually the opposite. Why? Because your body becomes more conditioned. So your activity doesn't bother you, right? So going up a flight of stairs doesn't make you bend over and be out of breath. Playing around with your kids, rolling around with your kids is not a strenuous, hard thing to do. Just something simple as getting up out of a chair. For some people, it's hard. Bending over to tie their shoes. I've done videos on this stuff, guys. You know that. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal, right? It's about being active, guys, right? You don't need Frank Thomas, Nugenix, Total T. You're a man, guys. You have the energy inside of you. It's inside of you. You just have to start being active again. You got to fight against that laziness. That's the hardest part. You don't need these pills and all this other gimmicks nonsense. Stay away from Frank Thomas. Listen, I love Frank Thomas, a baseball player, man. No doubt about it. And Doug Flutie, he was all right too, man. But that don't mean that they're right, and what they're telling you is not something that they're just trying to sell you. Like I told you, they're trying to sell you a product. Come on, man. Are you kidding me right now? You don't need that, guys. You don't need it. Remember that. Stay active. Make smart nutritional choices.